let's get a clean start here.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the We Cool podcast. Tommy, Ryan, Grant coming at you. Special guest today, Ellie Hino. We are so happy to have her. Hello, Ellie. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, boys.
Hello, Ellie. How are you?
Ellie, goddamn Hino.
Ellie, fucking Hino.
Hey, it's good to be here. Good to see you.
You can cuss on this podcast,
My
by the way.
hungry little boys.
Yes.
That's what I call. That's what I call Casey and Bert.
And it-
I'm always like, how are my hungry boys?
Boys do be hungry. I'm hungry right now. I'll be honest with you.
I'm hungrier than all of them. I eat all the food in the house. Casey's like, did you leave me any?
What's your go-to snack?
Yeah, what are some go-to Hino meals?
Meals?
Yeah, what are we cooking up in the
This sounds like
kitchen?
a brand.
Here's
Hino
the deal.
meals.
I don't cook much anymore because Casey started cooking. We did this real bougie shit. We ordered HelloFresh.
Mhm.
Dude, I'm on HelloFresh.
Isn't it dope?
Cause here's the
You
thing,
just
man.
can't add salt. It's too salty. But
But here's the thing. Like if you use a new email, then you get like the discount. So me and my girlfriend, we have like 12 different Hino, I was gonna say Hino, 12 different emails going, and we're just like getting these HelloFresh meals for like, it's like $5 per person for like a full meal. It
You're
rules.
doing Bernie Madoff, but with like being kind of poor, but like
Yeah,
being,
we're gaming the system, and they're good.
it's fun. Casey never ever cooked like
Mhm.
at all. Like he made eggs, scrambled eggs. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Was he good at it?
does make weirdly good scrambled
Okay.
eggs.
Because
Yeah.
it can be hard to do. It can be hard to
Right?
scramble
His
an
are
egg.
better than mine. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
like jack of all trades, master of just cooking an egg.
Just one
Just
one
egg.
scramble.
Mhm.
Do you want egg? Do you want egg for
Do
breakfast?
you want one egg? Because I can do that really good.
Yeah.
If you want toast, that's out of my wheelhouse.
We're in luck because
Yep.
I love egg.
I can give you bread. We have bread that then you could put on the egg. Have you ever done that? You ever just put a piece of bread on an egg?
That's crazy. It's just one egg. You just eat one egg.
Just
man.
something I just thought of. Off the dome, dude.
What's
I'm
your guys'
freestyle.
favorite way to eat one egg?
Can I have a piece of toast with it and dip it in the yolk?
Or is it just the
Sure,
egg?
yeah, you could do that. But like, if
Little
you're preparing
avocado
one
toast.
egg,
Medium, over medium.
so a fried egg
Yep,
over
fried
medium.
egg
Over medium's good. Yeah,
Scramble with cheese, probably.
scramby cheese. Yeah, that's good.
I'm just doing one egg and I don't have sides. Like if I have bacon, then I'm doing sunny side up. I'm dipping. Maybe I got.
Yeah, I'm doing sunny
Mhm.
side up on avocado toast. Because I'm
All right.
fucking crazy,
Okay.
dude.
Okay, the Brooklyn podcaster weighs in over here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Did you have that this morning, Tommy?
No, I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, I don't know. I just woke up. I drank too much last night,
Mhm.
but that's
What were
okay.
you doing?
Well, I was gonna shoot a sketch this morning with.
So you're like, I got to get drunk the night before.
And I was I was
Getting into character.
I want my
You know,
eyes
you
to
guys-
look heavy.
Yeah. Well, do you know Dan Carney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So him and me were gonna link up this morning and like shoot a sketch, but he's like, I don't have enough props, so let's just like do it in a few days. And I'm like, great. And I was like, just gonna go to bed early. And then my friend hit me up and he's like, hey, do you want to go to the bar? And I was like, that sounds fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
So then I just went to the bar.
You should have been like, oh, you don't have enough props? I can give you some. Hey, I think you're doing great, man. Keep up the good work. Great job. You're a really cool guy. There's some props for you, brother.
But it's good to be here, and
You
it's
can-
good to podcast with you hungry boys.
Mhm.
We're the three little pigs.
You're my three little pigs.
You're in the pigs.
My
You're one of
little
the
piggy
pigs.
boys.
And Ellie is a farmer that will one day butcher us,
That's right.
put us through the slaughterhouse,
Mhm.
slit our throats, and cut off our nipples.
Drain us of
Yep.
blood.
That's right.
And you have to hide the knife before you do the execution, or else the meat goes bad.
Mhm.
We all know this, correct?
What?
Yeah. Apparently, if you if you're gonna execute an animal,
Execute?
I guess what slaughter.
And
is
Just
the
have you
correct-
have an electric chair for a pig
Yeah.
to sit in.
No, you're supposed to like
In the
you
town
hide
square
the-
too.
don't show it the knife because it'll get scared and then
Yeah.
it'll sour
yeah.
sour the meat.
Oh, because of the hormones that are released.
I guess, yeah.
So you have to trick
gotta
them.
Surprise.
Mhm.
You're
kill.
petting it, you give it a kiss, and then you go, I
Mhm.
I would never hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how I want to go.
Mhm. I can do
Mhm.
that.
I
Yeah,
would like
I want
that
Ellie
too.
to do it.
Okay.
It would be like a
do it.
motherly. Yeah, that'd be
No
nice.
problem.
Like you have a fever,
Mhm.
and then she's she's got a cold pack on
yeah.
your head.
Mhm.
And she's like, "You're gonna be good,
Baby,
Grant."
I'll get you some
Yeah.
saltines.
Yes.
honey.
Then you put the cold pack right over my eyes, then dagger right through the eye, just right into the
Through.
brain stem.
Ellie
Yeah.
just blows you away with the biggest handgun you've ever seen. It flies out of her
Blows
hand
my
after she
fucking head
shoots
off.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, Dirty Harry style.
That would be really funny if in Dirty Harry he's like shooting his gun, but he hasn't shot it before.
He can't.
He like shoots it and it just flies out of his hand afterwards, you know? There's like so much force. What I'm trying to say is we all need to do our part to fight climate change. That's why
Yeah.
I bought a gun.
Mhm.
And I've been shooting bottles in the desert
Mhm.
to stop
That's-
climate change.
Well, that's recycling at the same time.
Mhm.
So,
because sand comes from the desert.
and glass is made of sand.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Glass comes from sand.
Uh-huh. From sand to which it shall return.
Mhm.
Ellie, what's going on? What do you got
I don't
going on in
know.
Have
life?
you guys ever
these
killed
days?
an animal?
Me? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, have you heard? I have that thing I do on
Oh,
stage where
yeah.
I kill the
Mhm.
squirrel.
You
I,
set
mean,
your.
I didn't start.
you ever
killing
killed
it.
an
My
animal?
dog started killing it, and then I finished it.
What do you
It
beat
was
it to death,
suffering.
right?
I beat it to death with a stick in front of a crowd of people.
Wait, I forgot this joke.
Oh, it's not really a joke.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
just like a story about.
If you don't
going to
mind
the
telling
dog
it on the
park.
pod,
Well, how
you
many
could run it
whacks?
back and
How many whacks did you give the squirrel? So your
A-
dog bites
a
this.
bunch of
How big
whacks.
was the stick?
Huge? And I don't know. It was like right
it was,
picked
there.
up a
it was
little
at a
twig
dog park,
first.
right?
Yeah, it was at a dog park. My dog was like chasing through the woods and by the river and everything. And we were all the like dog owners were sitting there or standing
Yeah.
there being like, oh, they're so cute. And then Kevin like goes in the woods and all the dogs follow him. And then it was like quiet. And we were like, I was like, oh no, you guys, come on, boy, come on, girl. And then Kevin like bounds out of the woods. And all the other dogs are following him and we all like erupt. We're like, yay, good boy, good girl. And then I see this like, I like see something in Kevin's mouth. I was like, oh, he found a dead animal.
Yeah.
And then he dropped it at my feet. And I was like, oh, that squirrel is still very much alive. And then two other dogs grabbed the squirrel and started playing a horrific
Did they start?
game of tug of war. Yeah. Don't worry. The squirrel's not gonna make it. And then
Squirrel's still alive. They're playing
Uh-huh.
tug of war with it.
yeah, they're just playing. They're
Yeah.
just playing.
It's fun. They're
Mhm.
having fun killing this.
Yeah.
But we all scream at the dogs until they stop. And then I was like, we gotta put it out of its misery right now. This thing is suffering
Mhm.
badly.
Yeah.
And also,
And-
I've always wanted to kill a squirrel.
Yeah, you said that part too.
Also, I can't fucking wait to have a reason. Like,
Can it be me that does
was
it?
like-
Because-
Yeah.
the feminism within me
Uh-huh.
was like, that's a man squirrel. I was like, I've always wanted to punch a man.
Yes.
That squirrel looks like George W. Bush.
All male squirrels are trash.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's true.
They're
And there was
trash.
just, you guys, there was the longest, thickest stick I've ever seen just sitting right next to me. Like it was just meant to be.
Mhm.
Was
It
it a
said
two-hander?
Oh, yeah.
And what a
You
what
like
a
had to
It was
go.
long.
what
It
a-
was-
to go
yes,
over your head.
Over the shoulder.
what a
Bam.
what a beautiful layer to the metaphor of striking the male dead with its own phallus, its own
Mhm.
phallic symbol.
Grant, that was.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I want to
that's very
take a moment.
intelligent.
I want to take a
Guys-
moment to
Mhm.
say how poetic that was.
Thank you.
I would
Yeah.
hate
Well,
to
I'm not
be-
hungover this morning, so I'm sharp.
I'll say I would hate to be beat to death with a giant penis. That would be one of the worst ways I could die. I think is
Mhm.
It'd be
someone.
pretty funny.
It would be funny, but it
Again-
would hurt. So because
You would
Yeah.
probably be giggling though if there was a giant penis. I guess I'm
Yeah.
picturing flaccid.
Samurai killing yourself
Oh,
with
yeah.
a giant dildo.
Yeah. But this is hard. This is a stick, so it'd have to be it would be a hard penis.
Because if it was a giant flaccid
Ew.
penis, it would be like a whip, and you'd be
Yeah.
like getting
Uh-huh.
slapped
it's
in
like
the
yeah,
face.
you're in
to
the
death.
locker room and people do the twisty towel and then they snap it at you,
Mhm.
but with a
Mhm.
penis.
Mhm.
You ever do that? You ever spin your penis really fast and then whip it at another man?
Every day, brother.
Yeah,
Every
day, but-
motherfucking day.
yeah, I go to the YMCA,
hmm
and that's what I do there. That's my workout. I'm burning calories.
So how many whacks on the squirrel would you say?
Like many whacks.
Yeah.
Like
And
more
the
than
thing is,
5?
You want to like look away.
Yeah.
You're like, this is terrible what I'm doing, but you can't look away. You have to aim at its little head.
Was
And
it
so you're watching like the damage that you're doing
Inflicting.
while you're doing it.
did it make
Blunt
noise?
force trauma.
Did it make blood?
No,
Yeah,
was it making
made-
noise?
Oh,
like
yeah.
was it like
No, it was pretty well.
Were kids watching?
Yeah, there was one kid. He was like 12. He'll be all right.
was he cheering?
Someday, when he starts talking
Yeah.
again, we'll find out if he's okay.
He's been mute ever
The
since that.
best part was after I was done, then I had to like leave. You know,
Get your
I
dog.
had to be like, okay,
Did you-
I
Yeah.
have
Did you?
the squirrel with me.
I was gonna say, did you put a plastic bag on your hand and pick it?
Yes, double bagged it with
dear
the green
Lord.
compostable.
Oh, that's disgusting.
What did
That's
Well,
disgusting.
Everyone was watching me like I was some kind of freak.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
type of murderer.
beating a squirrel to death in the park? So the
And
other
also, and a lot of people don't know this, but you also rolled it up in a tiny carpet too, which was unnecessary.
I
You
took
would-
my little car rug out,
Yeah.
the pedals, and
you
just
attached
Uh-huh.
little pebbles to its feet, and then you threw it in the
threw it
river.
in the Mississippi.
And you said to all
Yeah.
the lovely people, nobody saw nothing.
You don't fucking see one fucking thing.
You saw what I did to that squirrel with that big stick. Imagine what I could do
Yeah.
to you with a smaller stick.
You guys, the
Anyways, I
people
got to go to
there-
my waste management job. You know, like, all right. Okay, Ellie.
The hell?
Actually, it looks like I clocked in early today. What did the dog parents? What was their reaction? Were they like, good job,
They
Ellie?
were like, they just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
dogs thought it was super cool.
the dogs
Mhm.
were
Yeah.
probably barking.
The dogs were like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
lady.
Those dogs just follow you around now, right?
Yeah, I'm their king.
Mhm.
They voted, and you're the king now.
I'm the king. My dog was like, hell yeah, I
Mhm.
knew you could do it, mom.
I think
We did teamwork.
That's your dog. That's what your dog sounds like.
Yeah, that's coming.
I've
That's
killed
the
a
boy.
fish before.
Uh-huh.
That's I think
went
the only
fishing?
animal I've. Yeah, when I was fishing.
Okay.
I've killed
And then
fish,
eat it.
too.
Yeah, you just stab it right through that, like kind of the way I want to get executed by you,
Wait,
Ellie.
You
caught
stab
a
it right
fish
through
and
the
then you
brain.
Stab it?
Yeah, well, because
You gotta You gotta give the fish a lobotomy. So
Mm. yeah,
yeah.
it was being
Hold
aggressive.
on.
No, it was because we were gonna eat it. So it's like you're gonna fillet it and you want to kill it before skinning it alive, you know.
Don't
So
you
you
just donk it on the head?
you
Yeah,
can
that's
do
what I was-
that.
Yeah, you
can
gotta
do
get a
that.
big club. That's how you kill anything.
Could I beat it?
Yes, you probably could.
Because
Yeah.
that's clearly Ellie's preferred method of murdering.
I invited Ellie to go fishing, and she just bought a big club, Fred Flintstone style, and she was just whacking
Wearing
it
my
in the water.
swimsuit, I'm just like, I'm going in.
You have a snorkel, the snorkel.
Just tie a rope around your waist.
We're doing
Just walk on the bottom with a
Yeah.
stick.
we're doing this old school style, the way my ancestors did it 5,000 years ago.
Mhm.
I think that's the only animal I killed. Oh, I hit when I was driving back. I guess hitting an animal with your car doesn't really count because you don't feel the life leave the animal with your bare hands, you know.
Sometimes you have to kill it afterwards.
But
so.
I did. I hit a pheasant driving through Montana, and I hit it so hard I was doing like 80 or 90. It went into the grill of the car, the whole body of the pheasant, and then when I stopped for gas,
What?
the head was hanging out the front grill. So it was like,
Like a hood ornament.
yeah, it was crazy. And then I had to like take apart the grill in this gas station parking lot
Yeah.
and like just pull
What's-
a dead animal
what's
out
Were
of
you
it.
like, does anyone want?
Yeah,
money
I
this
was in North
pheasant?
Dakota by that time.
When
So
you-
yeah, I got a whole bidding war
What's
broke out.
crazy with that too is like people were coming up to you when it was still stuck to the front of your car, and they were like, "Listen, man, you got Minnesota plates, but as far as we're concerned, you're North Dakota
Yeah.
to us."
Mhm. They gave me the key to North Dakota.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The key to the state,
Which is just
which
a big
only
club.
opens two. Yeah, it only opens two doors. You know, there's not a lot.
The door in and the door out.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Here we
expand.
go.
Yeah.
North Dakota sucks. I'll say it.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, driving to Bismarck felt like the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is just,
Did you?
it's an expanse.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Nothing.
And that's
nothing.
halfway. That's like halfway through North
And then
Dakota.
you'll like see a house and you'll be like,
I
somebody
know.
lives there.
Mhm.
And that
What
person
Ooh.
do they
Yeah.
do all day?
kill
Yeah.
small animals. That's all they do all day. It's
Imagine
just-
living that far out and
Yeah.
then you still are like living right on 94.
yeah.
Like you still have
You're
the
watching
freeway.
life
Yeah.
pass you by.
And then
Yeah.
it's like, well, I got to run into town 4 hours to Bismarck.
Yeah. You just
Like,
sit
what
on
the hell?
you just sit on your porch all day and listen to Steely Dan and just watch those cars go faster and faster every day.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I could get used to that.
Yeah.
That sounds all right.
Yeah, that
Hanging out,
sounds
listening
okay.
to Steely Dan.
Hell yeah.
Were you doing shows in Bismarck, Ellie?
Yeah, I went with Maggie Ferris.
Hell yeah.
And when we showed up to the hotel in Bismarck, it was like
Is that the Quality Inn?
something like, that
Mhm.
sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think
Mhm.
that's,
Mhm.
you've been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Mhm. Many,
okay.
many times.
Many?
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah.
Grant goes to North Dakota like once a month to do something. Like,
It's-
he's
yeah.
been to North Dakota so many times.
Yeah, I think I've been there 8 times since the pandemic started.
No one else will
Yeah,
go.
bro, I guess, yeah. Until you came along. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking with Grant's numbers by going
Yeah.
to North Dakota one time.
That's his market.
Yep.
I had never
Grant
been
couldn't
though,
pay
and I was
months.
like, I wonder what this motel will be like. And when we pulled up, I was like, oh, yep, this is exactly what I pictured. It was like a real badass motorcycle gang. I guess they're a
Is
gang.
with, and then that's the place
A
with the
group?
bar. Is that the
Yes. and
alibi?
me and
The alibi. Yeah.
Ebenezer Murdasa
hmm
went and drank whiskey in that bar.
Yeah.
Late at night.
Those
and
are
it was
strong
really
drinks
fun.
at that bar.
Yeah, and I was just ordering whiskey. And he was
There
just
were-
filling up my cup.
Yeah, there were Hell's Angels there when
I don't
when I
know
was
what-
there last.
It was like full, like they were having a literal, convention, or maybe they just
Mhm.
travel together. I
Well-
don't know how they do their stuff.
A
Tommy,
bar-
how do motorcycle clubs work?
In New York?
Just in general.
Well, it's hard for
Just-
them in New York because the parking is so difficult. But
Yeah. It's in New York it's like DMX guys. It's like Rough Riders. Those are the people who have like motorcycles and stuff
Like black
that.
guys?
Yeah, it's like black dudes with like and they're like popping wheelies and stuff. Like it's like cool,
See,
it's
I'm a
not-
soft driver.
Yeah,
I'm no
that
rough
sounds
rider.
fun.
I'm a
Yeah.
soft driver. Also, the alibi.
The Alibi Lounge.
See, that's when you go to that bar.
This is at the Quality Inn.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
so.
didn't
I think
know it
that's the
had a
name of the
name.
yeah.
I didn't.
It
That's
does,
a-
yeah.
I was
That's
at a
a
bar
telling
called the
name.
Alibi last night.
It's a telling name though, because it's like, yeah, you can be. See, you didn't kill your wife last night. You were
Yeah.
here getting drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is like a beer? I bet like a beer and a shot there in like North Dakota is like
Two
what,
nickels.
Oh
$4?
my god, it
Yeah.
was so cheap.
If we're talking about the same place, they give you drink tickets when you check in.
Yup, they do.
Which
They
is
give you
pretty
each,
awesome.
No
like,
way.
dude, yes,
Let's
I
do
forgot
comedy
about
in
that.
Bismarck.
And then Maggie doesn't drink, so she gave us hers. So we were just
Mhm.
loaded.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Just whiskey. Were you hanging out with the motorcycle guys? Were you like,
Chopping it
No,
up.
me and Abin, I was like,
tying
Abin,
up with the
not
fellas?
make eye contact.
Yeah. You're just like
Um,
you're like, so y'all got a motorcycle? How fast does one of those go? What do you
Y'all ever try to do a
Y'all-
wheelie?
y'all ever try? Can I ride one? Come on.
Y'all got pegs on the back of one of them?
We also
Yeah.
stopped at this gas station on the way that was like, I mean, it looked like just a shed, like a gray shed, windowless, just up on the highway overpass, nothing else for
Mhm.
miles. And we were like, we have to stop. But, Maggie's very gay and Aubyn's black. And I was like,
Yeah.
you guys just be safe. we were all so scared to go in there. And then it was just the nicest old lady, just like, hi,
Yeah.
you guys, welcome.
Mhm.
They were like, we're assholes.
It really is. It's a 50-50 chance with those kind of gas stations that you'll get the nicest person you've ever met, or like a guy who will come out. He's got like one eye and he's in an only overalls. And then he
Barefoot.
has an arm missing. And then he'll tell you about how what farming accident
Mhm.
Yeah.
his arm in.
And he comes out and he's just like, I'm the here doctor in this town.
Yeah. I
I'm this-
amputated my own arm.
I'm the lawyer and doctor in this
Yeah.
here town.
My great grandfather was Jewish, so I'm the lawyer.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Well, hell yeah. This is the damn podcast.
This is it,
guys.
brother.
Do we, Ryan? You said you had some. This is a podcast.
I've got a couple apologies to the
We
band.
it's a podcast. Ellie, have you done the podcast before? I can't.
You did
remember.
Our Dads.
Oh yeah, that was our
the
dad's.
previous
Okay.
podcast. Yeah, we don't
Previous
talk about our
podcast.
dads on this one.
No, let's not talk about my dad. We talked about my dad too much, and then I felt bad. I was like, I told secrets about.
No, my
dad.
mom said she loved it. So
Oh,
if my
good.
mom loves it, that's okay then.
That's
okay.
good. Yeah.
And she probably
But this is a
know that
podcast,
now.
Ellie,
No.
where we apologize for things. We demand apologies.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've never
Yes.
listened to you guys before.
It's
That's
and
perfectly fine.
you
Yeah.
shouldn't, so that's
Acceptable.
I'm
okay.
just gonna go ahead and admit that.
Well, we
That you
try to
should,
get
yeah.
people on the podcast so then they feel like they have to listen to episodes after. That's how we
get
organically
listeners.
grow.
I'll listen to mine.
And you know what else?
That's all we ask.
It's also
I
good.
won't.
It's also good to trick people into doing the podcast who don't know what the podcast is like. You know, so
we
you
did
can't.
tell you this was a feminist podcast by
Mhm.
3
Well,
white
yeah, I
men.
assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the ones like you, like the white men who claim to be feminists, and you know, you're always the most supportive. of
That's
them.
true.
Well, they're the
That's
best.
typically the
they're
good
best
guys,
feminists.
Deep
and they
down,
don't have
they're
any
the best
secrets.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't have
they're the-
secrets to hide.
No,
the
and
str-
later
they're the-
everything will
They're
come
the
out.
apex feminists. They're the strongest feminists.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Ryan?
what makes them the best. You
That's
know,
right.
Yep.
it's true. I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but it's just true. You know,
Mhm.
Well, as a strong feminist, I just think I'm stronger than most, like 50% of other feminists.
Statistically,
at least 50%.
it's statistics
arm wrestle.
alone.
Yeah, we're
no.
Ellie's just gonna beat you to
He's
death.
scared.
yeah,
I
we're
was gonna
male
beat me to death with a stick. Um.
Wait, so what happens here? You demand.
So,
Yeah, I'm going to
apologies?
demand a couple apologies, which normally I don't. Normally I sit on the sidelines and just kind of
Do I get
comment
to
on the.
demand?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
whatever you
Or you
please.
could give an apology. You could,
Oh.
Yeah.
but you don't have to. It
I
doesn't-
want to really quick before you get into yours. I got a quick one.
Yeah.
Last night I went to dinner. Went to the Gophers hockey game last night as well. They won 6-0. Pretty good hockey game. And somebody broke into my car while I was at dinner.
Oh,
Then
she.
all they stole was my little jar of weed, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
No.
It's a good thing that was my travel jar. So I got a much bigger jar at home. So things are fine, but still, you know, it's like, come on. My girlfriend's Adderall prescription was in the car as well, though. They didn't take it.
Oh, they
I mean,
don't
what the
want
heck?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I take
Good
Subtractorol.
Say that again.
I take Subtractorol, like Adderall, but subtract. I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to get more ADHD. I'm trying to get less focus.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry I brought that up. So
Subtractorol. You get tired. You get it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a
a
benzo
little
or
less
something.
focused.
Yeah.
Grant,
Yeah.
do you think it was someone who knew you and followed you to the hockey game and was like, I know he has a nice little jar of travel
Mhm.
weed.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't hurt him that much, anyways, because he's got a big,
Big one
jar.
at home.
I know he
yeah.
has a
Yeah.
I mean, that,
It's the perfect crime.
yeah, that,
The police said it must have been an inside job. They thought I stole my own jar of weed when I reported it to the
why
police.
would I do that?
Yeah.
That's what I said to him. I got a bigger one at home.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to come to my house and see my weed?
So yeah, Ellie, I do think probably.
Hello,
somebody
911.
followed
You
me.
gotta come over and check out my weed. dude.
Hello, 911.
Hello,
I've got
911.
so much
Somebody
weed.
stole my nug jug. Come on. Yeah, so probably, probably somebody I know, probably somebody very close to me could be sitting in this room with me right now. But we'll never know,
Could be
I guess.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Could be Ellie.
Couldn't be me because crime doesn't pay.
Ellie,
And I'm
where
all
were you
about
last
getting
night?
paid.
What?
Where
Don't
were you
do
last
not even say you were at the alibi. Don't even fucking say.
No, I was hanging out with some mom friends in the suburbs.
All right.
They were at the
Okay.
Galaby.
We were. Bert calls it the gals. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Where are you going? And I was like, going to hang out with friends. He was like, oh, the gals.
You doing some gal time?
Yeah. It's
Mom,
like you
good gal
coming
time.
home late and you've had like 4 glasses of wine and like Bert's just like sitting on a chair. He just hits a lamp and he's just
Yep.
like, where were you, mom? And you're like, come on, Bert, go to bed.
Yeah.
dude."
Tripping over a box.
And Bird is
Yeah.
your like 4-year-old son, correct?
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, was also like a middle-aged gay man. It sounds like going out with the gals, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know why he said that. I have 2 apologies to demand. First, they have me training people at work. I don't know how to do the job.
What is your job?
Damned if I know. I do like water softeners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know how to do it.
You do them?
I change the filters, and then like if something's wrong, I tell them everything's fine. But
What about water hardeners? And you freeze the water,
that's smart. That would be
making
good.
the water
Why
hard.
do people have water softeners?
Well, it's
I gotta be honest.
fucking point.
Ryan should be able to answer
so
this
it'll
question
fuck up
technically.
if you have like really hard water. If it's cold, it's fine. But if
Mike's
it's
hard water.
tweet it.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
That's just White Claw. Stupid.
But
Yeah, your water's hard. There's booze in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
It's,
soften
it's
it
black
up.
cherry
I'm
and
gonna have
White
to-
Claw. I don't know how this
I'm gonna have to
happened.
Guys,
drink
I
all
had
your
to ask
water.
at the liquor store last night where the White Claw was, and I have never felt more shame in
Yeah.
a public situation in
Mhm.
my life. I like walked by all these dudes looking at craft beer, and then finally I was like, I am sorry, I have to ask. Where is the White Claw?
it's
Mommy wants the White Claw.
but hard water will like fuck up your pipes and your appliances, and it can result in like staining on your
No,
sink.
it won't.
I know. That's what I
I
say.
gotta say,
You
I
know
believe
just
Ellie.
as much about it as I do, honestly. So, but I have to like change the filters and shit and give people salt, and but I don't know how to do that. So like
Let's
they have,
give people salt.
huh? It's like
I don't know
40
what
pound,
any of this.
40
You
pound
show
bags
with
are
table
like-
salt.
no, like 40-pound bags of salt. They're really fucking heavy, and they're
You just
their
salt
handles
bay,
rip.
salt bay the water.
Oh yeah, they have the plastic handles, but they're just attached
Dude,
to the bag.
Dude, no, the handles are part of the bag, so that it'll just
Right.
rip. It'll
Yeah.
rip right off, and then you're like,
Then does the bag open?
no, but you drive. It'll like go down the stairs, and it'll fuck up their walls, and then you just have to be like, "Don't tell my boss that this happened," screaming at a 90-year-old woman.
You're like, yeah, your water is fucked up. There's holes in the walls and
it's causing damage
salt
to the walls.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So then
That's
you
the-
dunk the salt in the water.
In like a tank that has water.
I gotta be honest. I have no idea what you're saying to me right now. I have no idea.
The water softener kind of looks. It's just like a
Big dildo.
It looks like a propane
Yeah.
tank, kind of like a.
big
A
old.
big dildo.
But there's
You're like sticking it up your ass. You're like,
I don't know.
There's a
Mhm.
tank. There's a tank next to it where you put salt in, and then when it like softens the water, it takes some of that salt, and it's like I don't really understand it. So, but they have people riding with me so that I can train them. So that's my first apology to demand is make sure I can do the job before I'm training other guys, because all I've been doing is telling guys, listen, you probably shouldn't be doing what I'm doing because I skip a lot of corners and I lie to people a lot. And I work. Can we bleep that? Can I give you $5 to bleep
you
that?
say
Yeah.
things that
You just like took a nice big wind up to say it too.
But I'm hanging out. So I'm training this one guy. I won't say his name, even though if he did listen to this, he'd be like, "Oh, he's talking about me. I guess Ryan doesn't like me."
hmm
But he keeps calling me Bud. He called me Bud like 40 times the other day.
how old is he?
He's like 30. So here's a
Yeah.
little background on this guy. He's got two families.
What?
Two
Two
families.
baby mamas. One family, two.
Okay.
We talking secret family?
No.
Oh,
Damn
it.
No, that
Trust
was
me.
exciting for
Trust
him.
No.
Nothing's a secret with this guy. He told me everything. And
He's
I-
your bud.
and I didn't want to hear it. But he kept like, okay, Bud. So like he kept calling me Bud over and over again, which at first I was like, it's kind of annoying. By the end of it, I was like, I'm gonna punch this guy in the back of the head. Like I was fantasizing about just hitting him in the back of the head for calling me Bud.
Yeah.
And then, which here's the thing, a lot of people might be listening, they might go, wow, that's insane. Why would you get that upset?
Well, you're violent.
First of all, I'm very
You're a-
violent. I'm prone to violence as it is.
You're a violent man.
I'm still going through a breakup 4
Yeah.
months later.
You're going through a breakup and you love violence.
Yes. And if Caroline's parents are listening, I want you to know that. What was I going to say? Oh,
You're talking about how violent you are.
You want to kill this man.
Talking about your ex.
that's not a good combination of things now that we think about it. But he keeps calling me Bud. And then he's like, his whole personality is he's got a family and he likes trucks. And I'm like, well, this sucks. This is a sucky personality.
I like how his personality hasn't evolved since he was like a 3-year-old boy. You know,
Yeah.
He like
Well, dude,
he
then-
found out about trucks and he was like, yeah, this is it for me.
It's
Actually,
just who I am.
Well,
I'm never gonna change.
I told him, I was like, yeah, I drive like an Equinox or whatever. I really like my car. And then like the next day he was like, hey bro, I should get one of these cars. Like making fun of like a similar car. He's like, yeah, bro, I should get one of those cars. I would get so much pussy. And I'm like, no, dude, you would. You're like you're not a handsome guy. And also,
He's like, and he's
Also,
just like, dude,
Mr.
I should
Two
get one.
Families.
he was saying, you'd get so many bitches.
I really want to start a third family.
He's like,
you
I would
know?
fuck so many bitches in that car, dude. And I'm like, I don't know
You know
what.
what you say? You say maybe cool it on the pussy, get more back to being
I
a
think,
dad.
I think you've had enough
Or
sex
just
in your
try the
life.
butt, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do
Butt
it.
stuff.
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
This guy just sucks.
both
And
valid
also,
options.
we can't have this as part of the podcast because if someone at work listens to it, they'll be like, oh, that's who he's talking.
No one at work listens.
All right. Well, his name's Juan.
Also,
And-
if you do work with Ryan and you listen, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not
Shut
even
up.
going to be there in the
That's
fall.
true.
So don't create problems for me in the meantime.
Don't create problems for Ryan. He's going through a breakup and he's
4 months
violent.
ago.
Yeah.
And we already said I'll just come up in there in your place of work and beat them all up. You
Do it.
know, like I'll do that for you too, Tommy. If anybody listens to this podcast and starts blabbing about it,
Can you
Mhm.
do that at my job?
sure.
We'll
Okay.
kill your coworker
With
with a gun.
Mhm.
With a gun.
Wait, now I want to go back.
Oh, okay.
You want to
No,
go back and undo that?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Because
right.
we all own
Well,
guns.
too
They're
bad.
pretty
Too
nice.
bad. There's no undoing it once things are set in motion.
Okay.
Yeah. And we can't edit this.
Certain things have been set in motion.
Hey, you're listening to the Murder Podcast.
We'll
The
fucking
podcast where we kill good people.
Where
Um,
we eliminate our enemies and enemies of
Uh-huh.
the guests of this
You guys
podcast.
understand my job is working in hospice, right?
Yeah.
Looks like
I
looks like
actually
Father
did.
Time is already taking care of those enemies.
Yep. Father Time and Mommy Space. But so his name's Juan. I always thought it was Juan. I thought that's how you pronounce it. It was Juan. So I'm like, okay, Juan. He's calling me Bud. I'm like, all right, Juan. And then every time he calls a customer, he'll go, hello, this is Juan. And so at a certain point, I'm like, hey, dude, I just want to make sure I'm saying your name right, because when you say it to customers, you hit that H hard. And he's like, there's no H in my name. I'm like, yeah, the H sound. I'm doing like a W sound. You're doing like an H sound. Am I saying your name right? And he's like, well, it's Juan, you know? So then I start calling him Juan. But then in my head, I'm like, well, now am I just the white guy trying to order in Spanish? Like, is it racist for me to try to say this guy's name right?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
I
think
think you
so.
can say Juan. Like,
Juan?
yeah, it's if that's how they pronounce it.
Yeah. Well, it's just weird. It's like
Yeah.
such a weird
That's
difference between the way I
a-
talk and like, because I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, how's it going? This is Juan. You know, like I like all of a sudden Spanish for a split second.
No, I want to commend you for those
Yeah.
for like that that's like incredible white mental gymnastics to just be like, am I being racist for pronouncing something correctly?
Yeah.
And I want to commend you for that. I think that's really
Yeah.
cool.
It is cool that I was thinking about that.
Mhm.
Even though I don't like this guy. This guy sucks, dude. I'm so glad I'm done training him.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with his name. It's mainly the thing, it's just calling people Bud.
Yeah, you don't want to. It's when someone's like
'Cause
an
it's
adult calling
demeaning.
you
It feels-
bud.
It feels demeaning. The only person you should ever call Bud is like a nephew.
hmm
And it's like, I'm training you, kind of. I'm supposed to be training you. Don't call me Bud.
Yeah,
you know?
I call you Bud.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I
You're
should
the Bud. Fucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling him fucker. Every time,
Hey, you
for
just
every
want-
Bud
you
he
just kinda
says,
want to be in charge, huh?
no, I don't care. I just don't want to be
Oh
called
yeah, he
Bud.
doesn't care. Yeah,
Okay.
no.
I just don't want to be called Bud. It's demeaning. It makes me feel like I'm a baby.
Just next time he does it, just show him your gun. And
Show 'em the gun that's in
No,
your
but then
ass.
he would want to talk about guns, you know, and I'm like, oh, I don't care about this actually. I have
Oh.
Do you have a gun?
no, no, God, no.
Jesus, no, this guy should
But
not have a
Walmart,
gun.
Walmart will
If
sell
there's
you a
one
gun.
person I know that should not have a gun,
I have
Dude,
a gun
I'll-
and a single bullet.
Oh, Jesus.
we call him Ryan the gun call. It's a term of endearment.
I had a coworker who was like, she was like 19, and she was calling me like sweetheart and like darling, like she's like she's like
It's
a.
annoying.
I like
And I was
that.
like-
That's endearing.
But she was
though.
19 years old.
Yeah,
and
if she's
like,
Well, she
and
thought
she
you
is
were
not from this-
13, Tommy. She thought she was babysitting you. So
she had no idea I was her coworker.
yeah.
But I agree. Pet names in a workplace, even if it is like an endearing, like Bud or Darling, stop calling me that. You know
Wait.
my fucking name.
Tommy, you work in like a cafe or a restaurant, right?
I
Works in a-
work in a restaurant. Well, I work in a.
God,
Yeah,
no.
go ahead and
I
explain
hate-
your job.
Well,
Tommy.
this was at a job in Minneapolis, which
Yeah.
was at a cafe that you went to. You and Bert came by.
I know. I remember it was the best
it was always-
mocha I've ever had, and I don't order.
I know.
mochas.
I can whip up a great latte
They
mocha.
shaved real fucking chocolate. Like,
Wow.
Yeah,
Tommy
I
did?
shaved it into my drink. No, some other guy did it.
Yeah, they don't let Tommy
Tommy
shave the
just
chocolate.
sliced
They don't
it
let
into
me-
a piece of
He
bread.
can't use the microplaner. He hasn't passed
Yeah,
the safety
Sorry,
requirement.
kid, you're not ready to shave the chocolate yet.
Here's all I was gonna say is that environment though, that brings out the sweetie and the hun because
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
you're playing waitress and
Playing
you're playing waitress. and
Ellie,
it's like,
someone
wow.
called me a waitress at work. This isn't a table. Went up to my other coworker and they're like, "Hey, can you send her a waitress over?" And they're like, "Tommy?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm your waitress. Hi."
Tommy with
like,
an eye.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
already greeted them and
They
they
knew you.
still they knew me. Like, and they're just like, "Hey, can you send our waitress over? We want to
Can
get another round
Can
of
you send
drinks."
that ugly woman over here?
And I was like, "How are y'all doing? Y'all want some more cocktails? How
Tommy
y'all
just
feeling?"
showing up with the deepest V-neck shirt.
Yeah, my cleavage is just
Yeah.
it's protruding, you know. Um
That's incredible.
what was I gonna say? Oh no, Ellie, right now I work at a restaurant in a bathhouse.
Yeah.
A bathhouse?
Yeah, for
Yes.
children. It's a children's
Whoa, whoa,
bathhouse.
whoa, whoa.
No, it's not a children.
Where
No,
wealthy
it's-
people go to watch children bathe.
That's not Ryan. That's not true. So it's a bathhouse. It's like a spa in
No, I get it.
Williamsburg in Brooklyn, and upstairs there's a restaurant where people
Hey.
come up and like, huh?
We know what it is in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
We have one here now too.
Yeah.
Is there one in Minneapolis?
Yeah, it's just opening. Watershed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I
If
just
you,
want you to know we're cool and we know
Yeah.
about
Children
communal
bathing.
bathing.
Mhm.
Well,
We know
everyone
about
else.
the,
We're not
the
prudes.
healing qualities of communal bathing.
Mhm. It's true.
Why am I getting talking? I didn't even.
Traditions.
yeah.
Why am I getting talking down to?
And you
right
know
now?
what? You know-
Shut the fuck
I
up,
wasn't even
Tommy.
in-
You're on
Implying-
a little screen and I'm just so easy. You're far away.
You, Tommy, you
I
be
feel
respectful.
powerful.
You be respectful to our guest.
You know
I
what's
was-
real-
I'm the king. I'm the
Mhm.
king of
I
dogs.
was just like, I work at a bathhouse, and you're like, shut up, we have one. Like, I'm
Do you
also
remember-
from Minneapolis. Like,
You know, That was
Mr. New York City.
it was the best when you got to play that card as a kid at the sleepover. Just be like, I'm the guest, do whatever you want. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a bad like thing to teach kids, I think. You have a child. Would you do the guest rule or
I don't know.
What do you
We
mean? What's the
haven't had
guest
any
rule?
children over, or he hasn't gone. The other day I was like, "Do you want our neighbors to come over and play on Saturday?" And he just goes, "Like inside the house."
Whoa.
Yeah, sad. It was sad, you guys.
Whoa.
God damn it.
Is that because of COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
No,
are they
Ellie just
dating,
doesn't
like-
want
Well, I don't know. Maybe kids nowadays don't believe in playing inside.
No, the guest rule is like if somebody comes over to your house for a sleepover to hang out, or you go over to their house, like the child who is the guest gets like first crack at all the good toys, like
Yeah, they get to decide
Well,
what you're
I
playing,
didn't get that.
decide what to eat.
Mhm.
What? I was always like, every time I went over to another friend's house, I felt like I was just unwelcome. I don't think that they wanted me there.
That's probably because you're an
You
only
weren't.
child and you got the guest rule
You
your whole
also weren't
childhood.
Invited, you just
no,
showed
yeah,
up.
and
Yeah.
I swore a
showed
lot
up,
as a
started
child,
pissing.
which
Did you really?
yeah, I would call things fuckers and shit. And
Really?
when I was like 6, yeah, and I remember one of my friend's parents said that he can't hang out with me anymore, and I haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
the-
what's worst is the parents fighting in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was my parents. So
I had a
I'd
friend.
I invite my friends over, and then my parents would fight, and then me and my brothers would fight. We'd punch each other in the
This other
face.
poor kid was just
And-
sitting there.
Yeah,
Help.
some kid would just be like also crying, just like,
Dude, it's Tommy.
and,
It's
and then
awesome.
I'm
How,
calling him like a pussy for like, we were.
it's awesome how your childhood was just like a psychological experiment. Like, okay, if the
Yeah.
parents argue, will the children start beating the shit out of each other? Yeah, they will.
We were outdoor kids. We didn't have like
Mhm.
we played outside a lot.
And the
you know?
playground was different when we were kids.
Yeah.
than it
Oh,
is
dude,
now.
comedians who have
Yeah.
those jokes where it's like, when I was a kid, playgrounds were harder somehow. And it's
Yeah,
like, what
yeah.
do you-
I burnt my damn
Yeah.
ass on the slide when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I got
yeah.
decapitated
Yeah, it's not like
at the playground when I was a kid.
It's not like it hasn't gotten hotter since you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They gave us guns at the playground when I was
Yeah.
a child. Okay. And there would be holes in the ground with spikes sticking out of them. And if you fell in that, you would die.
Yeah, but I fell on him and I didn't die because
I didn't die.
Tough kid.
So a kid cut my head off at the playground. He beheaded me.
Yeah.
At the playground. That's what being 50's like.
Mm-hmm.
is when I was a kid, the playground, there was flamethrowers that would shoot. They would fire flames at you on the swings, and a person would call in a bomb threat, and they wouldn't let you leave.
Yeah.
They would say you have to stay until the bomb goes off.
When I was a kid on the playground, it was 9/11 every day.
Dude, I might do this bit. I might start doing this as a bit on stage.
There was planes, just crashing into the damn playground.
Yeah, they would tape razor blades to the swings.
And every adult was a pedophile and rapist.
Yeah, and also I got molested 42 times. And you know what? That's why I'm voting for Donald Trump.
It didn't affect me mentally at all.
Nice, dude.
Nice. Cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
Ellie, do you have any apologies to demand or things to apologize for?
And it better not be
anything that's pissing you off.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot to apologize for, but I don't even.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
it doesn't have to be racist.
I've been kind of a shitty wife lately. Like, I'm sorry about that. It's just he's always there. Like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
And I love them. I love my family. But sometimes
I love your energy right now.
Ellie, you could do, you know how like there was like that like trope of like the married male comedian who would just go up and be like, my wife sucks. Yeah, you should do that.
You should just open up a
your
set.
husband.
Ellie, you should just open up a set and be like, my husband's a bitch. Just start saying like sexist.
I do that to Casey sometimes. I'll just walk downstairs and be like, what's up, little bitch?
Hell yeah.
And he just looks at me. I've done it so many times now that
you're just bullying
like,
your husband.
Yeah, like for a while it was funny and now it's just mean.
This is what happens when feminism goes too far.
This is why you want a guy in there doing your feminism, you know?
Yep.
A little bit of a lighter touch.
We need a man to lead the feminist movement.
These sweet princes here. Sweet feminist princes.
Yeah, we're basically putting on a course for feminism right now.
We're running a damn clinic.
Those male stand-up or it's stand-up / feminism classes, $400 a session.
Taught by you.
Those guy comedians were always so funny because like they would just complain about their wife for like the entire set, and it's like they would get off, and I remember always just being like, why don't you just get a divorce? Like, if it's this.
But that's probably the thing, right? Is they got divorced 7 years ago and they're still telling that material,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
She got the kids because he's doing open mics on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
You know, the Tuesdays was the one night that he would be able to have the kids, but he didn't want to give up on his dream.
Yeah, got a headline in Bismarck. You know?
Well, no, he's hosting. He's actually hosting.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, he's getting paid $42.
Yeah. And then there comes me to shark his gigs. Yeah. Stealing up all the hosting gigs in Bismarck. All the MC work.
Because of the child support payments, you know, he's getting paid $42. 32 of that is going to
straight to the kid.
Yeah. To that little monster.
Do you think you've actually been a shitty wife, or is it just like, you know, like, or does it just like feel that way? Because I don't know.
I mean, no, I think I've been pretty. Here's the thing: we have not hung out. Outside of the house.
You got to go on dates.
We can't. I don't know. We don't have anyone to babysit. You guys babysit.
We'll babysit.
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
Babysit Bert.
Get me on.
We'll
Zoom.
have Bert. We'll have Bert on the podcast next week, and then you and Casey can have an hour to yourselves on Sunday.
Dude,
We'll have
gotta
Tommy.
get Bert on
What
the
about
podcast.
if just Tommy babysits Bert and he's on a screen?
Yeah, open up the laptop. I'll watch Bert on the
Honestly,
screen.
that would go fine.
He's like, Bert,
you
dude.
guys could just play video games
Yeah.
online.
I'm just like,
he's old enough to be left alone for a day or two.
no, Ellie, get me on Zoom with Bert. Okay, he's playing video games, and I'm just like, so what's your take on cancel culture, man? You know, and he's just like, what?
He'd tell me. No, he'd be like, I think it's bullshit.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is Bert a Rogan head? Is he a big Joe Rogan guy?
No, he's a little Prince feminist, just
Hell
like you
yeah.
boys.
Good.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
nice. I think Ellie, like people are pretty generous right now about kind of with their partners. Wouldn't you say? Like
yeah.
it's like
We'll
you
be
can't.
all right.
Everybody's like mentally
for
at
sure.
the end of their ropes.
You've got enough in the bank.
We're gonna come out okay.
Yeah.
Because the first part of the pandemic, we were like, "Oh, I like you. Like, if we're gonna die,
I like you more now.
If we're gonna die like this, like, all right,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
got you, babe."
Mhm.
But now it's just like, Jesus Christ. I feel
Coasting
like all
into
we
year
do
3.
every weekend is just like, let's trade naps for 2 days. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
go nap, then I'll go nap.
That's
Also,
pretty
it
good.
Then
is.
you go nap.
Yeah.
At least not just one person's getting all the naps. Can I get
You guys
so-
are playing poker, but with like nap like cards.
Yeah,
you know what I
minutes,
mean?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
You're playing nap poker.
Nap poker. Just be
A
like
nap jack.
Nap jack.
Black.
Nap jack.
When you
Black-
hit 21, you get to take a nap.
You get to
I've
take-
done, like,
yeah.
4 out of town gigs in the last couple months or whatever.
Mhm.
Stayed
That's
out
pretty
of
sick.
town. And yeah, and I'm just every time I'm like, oh, I gotta get out. I just need one night
Right.
out of here. And my mom was like, didn't you just go? Like,
Mhm.
Mhm.
you should be good at
Okay.
home for a while.
Can I do a relationship advice corner?
You give
Are you
me-
kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Welcome
No.
to Ryan's
No,
relationship
I don't want
advice
that.
corner.
I was
Here's what you got to do.
Mhm.
And
Get a
trust me,
gun.
trust me, I was broken up with 4 months ago because of a lot of reasons.
I've been broken up with, babe.
Here's what you got to do. You got to trick him into coming.
What?
Trick your husband into coming. Trick him.
It's not. I mean, it's so easy.
Exactly. But you got to have a trick.
What?
Trick him.
Yeah.
Like what?
Trick.
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
out.
Casey, look at that, and it's like, then you just jerk him off really quick.
Yeah.
Like, what's that over there? He's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, ah, and then
Catch him by surprise.
Just kidding.
Yeah, and then go, you just got pranked, little bitch. And
I just
Wow.
made you
if that
bust.
doesn't fix your relationship, I guess I'm not a doctor.
You guys ever have the kind of sex with someone where it's just like just silly? Like Tommy, you're with someone for a long time.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, that's what I was trying to ask you. I was like, well, do you actually feel like you're being shitty? Because I feel like you'd give good relationship advice. And I was trying to pose this question and be like, will I get any wisdom from Ellie Hino? You know?
No.
What do you mean by silly sex? I guess I'm
Like when you guys
Clown
just can't.
sex?
Yeah, kind of like clown.
I do know what you're talking about, where you're like
Kind of.
giggling and laughing, and I
where
think
you're
that's
joking and saying gross stuff.
that's some of the best type of sex.
It's
okay?
silly. Like last time, it was just like, well, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
We'll do a better job next time.
Yeah.
But it was fun in its own way.
I think-
it just was not
I think
sexy.
I tried to do that the other day and I crossed a line because she was just like, ew. And I was just like, all right, well, I'll just blow by
Do
that.
you want to keep having sex?
Or,
I've talked myself out of sex by trying to be funny, like multiple times. Been about to have sex, and then I'm just doing bits, and
And they're just like,
the moment is
forget
the
it.
moment passed when you did that.
like, do you
Yeah.
do
What are
I find it hard to do
Sorry,
bits with my pants off. Like you're
Oh, no,
you're
that's when
going
you-
cock out.
that's when you do
doing bits.
I would do this thing where you have your penis and you make it like slap your legs, or you spin it around like
Yeah.
it's a little helicopter. That's a fun physical bit.
That is, yeah, that's more Stooge esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mhm.
On my penis.
The only bit I do that I have with my pants off is my penis, because it's just a little bit. You know what I mean? It's just,
nice.
it's just a little bit. That's the only bit that I got.
That's great, Tommy.
What are some ways you spice it up in your marriage? Ellie?
Recircumcision.
Yeah. Do you
You know what? The best marriage advice I ever got was from my friend, where she was like, we have 2 kinds of sex. We have maintenance sex and then like the good passionate sex, which,
Mhm.
sometimes it has to happen naturally. And like, it just once in a while you get that really good fucking,
Mhm.
but the rest of the time it's fine to just get it done. Like when they're like, you want to fuck? And you're like, I mean, you just got to be like, yeah, all right. Like,
maintenance?
and you just rally and you just put out,
Mhm.
Mhm. It's like
This is
working out.
for him, by the way. I'm the one who's like, come on. And then you just get it out of the way and you're like, okay, that was because it's maintenance. It's like a maintenance connection. It's not
like
like
getting
as
an oil
good of a
change.
connection as
Mhm.
Mhm.
it's not as good as like the real stuff.
Yeah.
But
I think that's really good advice.
It's just like adding oil. You just add a little
Okay,
oil
you're
to the
topping it
gas
off.
station.
I got you.
Then
Yeah.
later you'll get like
That
a real
oil changes the
change.
real sex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Sure.
All right. I
That's
learned
right.
something.
All
I think I
right.
learned something about cars just now. I think
I think I'm gonna
I'm
go
gonna be
have
honest.
sex with my car.
You can put oil in it.
yeah, no, that's amazing. Sounds like you're a great wife, Ellie.
Just a guy.
Yeah.
He's got his hands on his hips and he's like just staring at his car, and you're like, "Hey, is everything okay?" He's like, "Just trying to figure out how in the hell I'm gonna have sex with this thing."
Yeah.
He's
Just-
like,
You bring
he
it
looks like
into
a blue
the.
collar guy, you know.
Yeah,
He's
you
got
bring.
a jack. He's got like the tire jack.
Well, I feel
out
like this
there.
guy would know exactly how to have sex with a car.
How?
I'm not this guy.
I mean, the exhaust pipe.
That's the gas.
You might. Can you get carbon monoxide if it goes into your penis hole or your
Urethra?
pussy hole?
You get carbon dick.
Carbon
Okay.
dick.
Carbon dick.
It's kind of grayish.
And then it falls off in a couple
Hangy.
weeks. Yeah.
Damn,
bring your-
I think I might have gotten carbon dick. I'm not gonna lie.
My penis fell off on account of I had sex with my car too much.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
Biggest thing you got to know about me is my penis fell off a couple years ago on account of I was having sex with cars.
What's the
Yeah.
second thing?
Huh?
What's the other thing that we
Second
need
biggest
to know?
thing is I love fishing. I
Yeah.
love to go fishing, and my penis fell off a couple years ago.
How you kill a fish once you catch it?
Well, I carry a 357 Magnum on me, which is
All
the
right.
most powerful handgun in the world.
This is like a Joe Biden impression almost,
Yeah.
which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His penis did fall off years ago.
That's
too
You
bad.
know what I was thinking about, dude? It's funny how Hunter
His life
Biden-
has been so filled with loss. It's
Yeah.
sad.
It makes me like Biden more that Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden is just like Chet Hanks, kind of, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like Biden just has like a Chet Hanks son. And I think that
Hunter
rules.
Biden is white boy summer through and through.
He invented
for
white
sure.
boy summer, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. Dude, him and Chet Hanks should start a podcast.
I would listen
They
to
should
that
link and
every day
build.
of my life.
They should
Yeah.
link and build.
Yep. Lincoln Logs.
That's right.
Y'all really, sometimes people link and build. I like to Lincoln Logs, dog.
I'm 6.
I'm 6 years old, and this is playing with Legos. Forget what I was saying.
You were talking about how your penis fell off,
yeah.
but I think
Trying to
maybe,
do a
you know,
character, but there's nothing else there.
that the well done gone dry.
Yep.
Yeah, you really you got to the depths. You plumbed the depths of that character.
Mhm, mhm.
All right, well, I can pull up one of our anonymous apologies here.
We also have people write in
Oh,
apology.
fine.
if you want to
Do you
just,
want it?
just
And then
vamp.
we decide then whether or not we accept. their
Yes,
apology.
yes. Do you want to beg for forget or like ask?
Beg?
What an odd way to put it.
You want
Do
me
you
to
want-
beg
do you
my
wanna do it
husband for forgiveness for having maintenance sex?
That's good advice, listeners. I like that maintenance
Yeah.
sex.
And begging for forgiveness. That's also another good thing in a relationship to do.
Yeah, if you, like
It's-
what do you,
please, I'm
no,
so
for
sorry.
real. If you just straight up like apologize before the fight can get out of control,
Yeah.
that's like pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that's a good thing to
Oh,
do?
I don't know.
absolutely.
I did that. It didn't work.
I
for
was
me.
making eye contact with Ellie when
This
I
is
asked
how
that
me and my
question.
husband
I
fight. We
heard
just
it.
get like kind of snippy, and then we just get quiet, and then I apologize.
It's
Because he takes longer to process. And
Yeah.
I used to get mad that he didn't apologize. And I was like, no, I can't sit in this discomfort
me too.
till,
Yeah.
till he's ready. And he will eventually. But I just go like,
But then-
I'm sorry, I'm being a bitch.
You also get to be the
And then we
bigger
giggle.
person, right? Like, which
Yeah,
is
and I do like
always,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's the best way to get one over on somebody. Is to
I
be
always
the
get
bigger
mad because
person.
Dana's like very organized, and she'll always put like my charge, like anything that I put on a table, she'll put it in a drawer, really in a neat space that fits. So I'm just like, whenever like someone comes over, I go, hey, nothing goes on surfaces in the apartment. Okay. We're not a surface apartment. We're a drawer apartment. You
Yeah.
know, that's,
You get in trouble for just leaving things about.
I don't get in trouble. I'm just like, where's my stuff? You know what I mean? But
It's in a drawer. You got to check the
Put
drawers.
away.
it's in a drawer, but then you gotta like joke about it to be like, be like, hey, we're just not a surface household. We
Hope you like drawers. You know.
yeah,
That's fine.
everything's on a drawer, nothing on a
Dude,
table.
I can't wait to come over to your place.
I
and
can't
you-
wait for you guys to come over.
you do
I'm
that
super
bit.
excited.
And then Dana just slams a fucking door. Like, walks away and slams a door.
Yeah, I'm super excited for you guys to.
Well, you know, it's
come
gonna be
check out my
crazy because
place.
me and you are gonna be sleeping there, and then all of a sudden we're gonna wake up in a damn drawer. Like Dana must come by while we were sleeping, man.
Yeah,
That's a normal
tucked in
thing
all
to put a
nicely.
baby in a drawer to sleep.
Is it really?
Not to close it
Yeah.
in, but you
Oh.
pull out a drawer. If you
Mhm.
don't have a
You
little
gotta have a
bassinet.
strong drawer, though. I don't
Yeah,
trust
I
my
know,
drawers.
right?
My drawers, 2 of them just fell plumb out and don't go back in.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy.
You shouldn't have a baby.
Crazy, dude.
That's crazy, bro.
Okay.
If I had a baby, boy, could you imagine what I would do?
Do you guys want to get into this?
Could you imagine the fucked up shit I would get up to if I had a baby?
No, you'd be in trouble.
What?
I think you'd be a great.
I would
dad,
teach my
Ryan.
baby
No,
to
he'd be
speak.
an adorable dad.
I would teach my
Yeah.
baby to speak
know
with
what?
an Asian accent.
It might. God
It's like, this is how we talk.
You were,
Yeah,
you
I'm
were saying
raising,
something.
I'm
Ellie,
raising my
about-
daughter Chinese.
Hey, it's 2022. You
Yeah.
know?
I'm exposing her to other cultures. In the funniest way I know how. Also, can we? This is something that we should cut out real quick. But can I say it?
Real quick.
I think we should agree as a society that they're and we're back.
We're in.
Okay, wait, Grant. So what do we have written in here?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellie.
I
Thank you,
I know
Ellie.
I'm not really.
Do you wanna
part of
steer
the
the
team,
ship?
But I want to just pretend
Steer the
like
ship.
I'm
You're
part
gonna
of
have
the
to
team.
step in every once in a while.
Ellie, do you want to read it?
No, let's not.
Just
She
come
can
on.
read. Let her
She
try to
can
read.
read,
I
but
just
I-
want to be part of the team.
Yeah,
All right,
you're
now
part of the team.
now I feel like Ellie can't read now that she drew back from that so quickly. But
Yeah.
we won't humiliate her on the podcast
Ellie,
any more than we
we're-
already
Ellie,
have.
she
We're
know how to
feminine.
read.
Huh?
Well, they call you Ellie. She know how to read.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
boy.
true.
That was
That's true.
Tommy.
Oh,
Tommy,
boy.
you're not a feminist anymore. I stopped growing at
Never
5'7"
was, never will
to
be.
empower more women. Because I want women to feel big when they're around me. And
That's
I'll
why
say
you're
this:
so tiny. Yeah.
if I ever talk over a woman in a meeting, I say what I was going to say. I complete the thing, but then I go, "I'm sorry. Did you say? Were you going to say something?" Because I try to include women.
What I do is if a woman says something funny, especially, I'll repeat it back louder so that
then
everybody can hear
gets
it.
a
I
chance,
share
yeah.
the joke.
And then you
Me-
point at her.
Yeah.
You just point.
Mhm.
Me personally, when a woman talks, I interrupt her and I go, "Listen to women, listen," and she's like,
And
"I'm
we
talking,"
appreciate that.
and
Yeah.
then I keep yelling, "Listen," and then
Over her trying
over
to
her
talk.
while she's trying to
Mhm.
explain something.
You
I'm
have-
like, "You guys better listen to women."
You pull out a megaphone that you have in your
Yeah.
pocket.
And yeah, that's
Grant,
the move.
You've been trying to read this
Mhm.
thing.
Oh
I mean,
yeah. No,
so
it's okay.
This is kind of like what you're experiencing. What
Listen
a
to
woman
women.
feels like.
Listen to women.
It's pretty frustrating, right, man?
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like no one will let you just say what you want to fucking say.
Nobody. Everybody is. I now have the lived
Yeah.
experience of a
Listen to
woman.
Grant.
Yeah. That felt good. That felt right.
Listen to Grant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
More
Well,
people should
here's
say
the-
that.
Here's the
No.
problem.
Okay.
You got to let women talk, but then what if one of them wants to say the N word?
That's true.
Now, what side am I supposed to pick here?
Mhm.
I want women to talk. I want to listen to women, but not if they're going to say that, unless they're black.
Yeah, true.
I love
true.
how often during this
Mhm.
podcast I've just disassociated.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just
Welcome-
disassociated.
Welcome to the
My
Scrudio.
mouth for a while.
Yeah, you're in the
And
Scrudio,
I'm like,
dog.
if I go small and quiet,
Yeah.
I'm not a part of this.
Uh-huh.
You're
Well,
in
your
it.
name is going to be connected to this podcast for the rest of your life.
Mhm. You're on video too.
Mhm.
I'd like to submit an apology. If you want to write in your own, demand your own apology, or if I can, submit one.
Mhm.
Go to grantwinklescomedy.com/wecoolpodcast. Here we go. I'd like to submit an apology to a girl I was seeing last year. See, the feminism streak continues. She
Why is that?
probably thinks things ended because of sexual things. Oh, okay. Parenthetical. Oh my God, we just had sex after the first time and subpar head game. Wait, no. Hold
What?
on.
Okay, hold on.
Trying to parse this real quick.
Is this guy a feminist?
I'm don't know. So this is a quote. Oh my God, we just had sex after the first time. So it's like maybe they didn't. I don't
That's
know.
what he yelled, maybe?
Or
Is that-
she, perhaps. and subpar head game.
Who's
So
given? Maybe he's saying
it
or
kind of
this
feels
person's
like
saying
this guy's bad at sex.
Yeah.
is what I'm getting a
They
little bit.
did subpar head game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, I play subpar head games all the time with my girl. I try to trick her, but I'm not smart enough. You know, I try to gaslight my girl, but
she too smart. But really, it was more about the Disney and Catholic combo.
What?
Okay, so
What is
this-
this? I don't
this
know
doesn't
what
make
this is.
sense.
point being,
This person's
so
just
he
having
did-
a stroke.
He didn't leave her because she was bad at sex,
Mhm.
but she was. It was really because she was Catholic,
Catholic and
a
Disney head.
girl.
Point
And
be-
I can't imagine that those two things don't go pretty heavily hand in hand.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It seems. I mean,
Then how come I keep seeing?
Although
How come I keep seeing
don't know.
memes that say women that love Disney give the best head? You know?
mhm.
Also,
Yeah.
who's still Catholic?
Yeah.
Like imagine it's 2022. Imagine meeting someone, they're like, I'm Catholic. It's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like
Yeah.
you're
You're an adult?
Catholic,
You're an adult
and
Catholic.
you were saying you're like, I get you go to church. I understand
Yeah.
that. I was raised Catholic, but imagine identifying as Catholic. It's so funny to me. Like,
Yeah. There's no Catholic under these ethnicities for this form.
yeah, like, yeah, well, I don't know. Like, who's
Yeah.
Catholic these days?
Yeah.
That's such a silly,
it's a terrible choice.
Mhm.
such a silly thing. To
That's
be
why I'm
Catholic.
Lutheran.
Yeah, I'm Catholic, so just if you could all shut the fuck up real quick about that. I just came from
Oh.
church. I'm just going back to church. I always just take.
Yeah,
That's
you
why we
spend
record
all
on
day there.
Sunday. Yeah, it's like because I just have that hour in between mass.
Yeah, and you feel powerful and rejuvenated from
Mhm. From
drinking
the
that.
light and saving love of our Lord and Savior.
you ate the
Jesus
Eucharist.
Christ.
You drank the
The
blood.
wine. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's why I get a little buzzed up before doing the
Mhm.
pod. Anyways, point being,
It is cool to be drunk in church. I
There-
like that about
one
Catholicism.
time,
You should go to church drunk.
one time, me and my brother were hanging out on Christmas Eve, and he got wasted, and then we went to meet my parents at church, and I remember specifically looking over at my mom during the service, and her looking at me and being like mouthing the words, "Is he drunk?" to me. Like, he just
so
reeked
good.
of whiskey.
He kept hollering. He kept hooting every
Yeah.
time they would say Jesus Christ. Like, "Woo, that's my boy.
Yeah, ooh,
Get him,
like
get him,
Jesus is
get him.
coming. Jesus is
Yeah.
coming.
Kill the devil, Jesus."
Okay, let's get through this.
Yeah.
This incoherent babble. Point being, there really wasn't a conversation, and we kind of just stopped talking while I was out of town. Guessing that wasn't ideal. What the hell do you know about your own life, man? This sounds like very.
What the
It's all just abstract thoughts about this relationship that
Sounds
ended.
like she didn't care either.
Yeah,
Sounded
you
like
ghosted
she was
each other.
reaching out.
Is it a ghost if neither of you reach out to each other?
I think so.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
but it's
I
like
guess
I don't.
No,
I don't know.
think a ghost is only if one person
It's
is
one-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, and you're like trying to reach out.
If you both just ignore, that's how dates
Mhm.
go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes it does feel like you're being haunted.
I
you
feel
know?
like only on a couple dates did anyone ever say like, I'm actually just don't want to go out
yeah,
again. You know,
Mhm.
which
like,
is more
usually you
hurtful
just never-
usually than just
I
like
actually liked it.
yeah.
I liked this guy. I like texted him like I had a really good time or whatever. And he was like, "Hey, just so you know, I wasn't really feeling it like beyond friendship or whatever." And I was
Mhm.
like,
Sure.
"Oh my god, thank you!" Like
Oh, really?
now I don't have to like think about this for 2 days and waste my energy and
Yeah. I
I
like,
guess so. Yeah, you just get it over
like
with.
or like get excited or like keep a crush going. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can
was like,
step on that
great.
crush.
great.
You can crunch
Bye,
that,
dude.
crunch that crush.
Crunch it down.
You ever
Crunch
crunch
your
a crush?
So this is just a little footnote on this. I told her about the pod, so I should probably apologize for that too. Well, that's why your relationship ended right there. Is if you're
Listening to a
going
podcast.
around talking about podcasts, unless it's Joe Rogan.
Okay, so
I found that women don't want to hear
Okay,
about it.
so
unless
what's
it's
this
Joe
guy-
Rogan.
Okay.
What's this guy apologizing for? Or-
Okay, so
I
he's-
don't know.
For breaking
well,
up.
this
Nope, he
person
didn't
was
break up.
seeing a girl.
They ghosted each other.
Neither of them gave good head.
It was more about Disney Catholic. Point being, there really wasn't a conversation. We just kind of
Wait,
stopped talking.
Maybe
while I
we're
was
misreading it, and one of them was Disney and one of them was Catholic.
Ooh.
He's Disney. Disney, she's Catholic.
How will this ever work?
This summer.
Yeah. And he's like, it cuts to them, and he's got like the like Lilo and Stitch DVD, and she's holding a crucifix. Like
yeah,
they're
and
about to,
it's them on the
Then it
front
cuts to
cover of
them
the
just
DVD.
struggling to blow each other. They just can't.
Yeah.
can't quite
do it,
reach.
yeah.
Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lawrence, and she's Catholic, but he likes Disney movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I feel like this is very nebulous. It's hard to know what's going on here. But I'm guessing you did some things wrong based on how you write. So yeah, you should be apologizing.
Yeah, she broke up with you because you can't text.
Well, there was no breakup. There's no
You
breakup.
can't-
Here's the thing. I don't want to upset this guy, but dude, I think she's fine, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
she has the
probably not
Lord and
thinking
Savior
about
Jesus
this.
Christ to
Yeah.
guide her.
And Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
True.
And
Yeah.
the Harry Potter movies.
That's a Warner Brothers property. Fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot.
Dude, I'm gonna
How
go,
dare you?
I'm gonna go.
How dare you embarrass me on the pod? How dare you embarrass Ellie on the podcast like this?
Looks
Wait,
like
wait,
This is the
Ryan, did
worst
you-
thing you've said.
Did you show up today
Out of
and
all
say,
the racist stuff you said today,
Yeah.
this is the worst.
Mhm.
yeah.
Well,
It's like you
anti-
showed up today and you're like, I'm gonna be dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like I casted a spell on myself that was like a dumbass.
Don't double down on the Harry Potter thing.
I just think if the Sorting Hat got on my head, it wouldn't know what the hell.
Does it make you feel big to act like this on the podcast?
If the Sorting Hat was on my head, it would be like, damn, this guy's crazy.
No, the Sorting Hat gets on your head and it's like, yeah, this is like a racist guy.
He's sort of racist.
Stop
Yes.
thinking those slurs. I'm trying to sort you. I can't sort him because he's thinking of slurs constantly.
I don't know what this guy's apologizing for. I don't.
I mean, up your head game. I would say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just good advice
He
to
gives
anybody.
bad head. That's what he's saying.
Probably.
It's hard to tell. Yeah.
But even as the standard for guys head giving isn't that high either. So it's like, just do do the bare minimum, I feel like, and then at least work your way up from there.
Mhm.
Just saying I'm not saying
just
that's
don't stop
good.
until she tells you to.
Yeah. I don't know. Ellie, do you want to weigh in on?
Yeah, I mean, Grant, that was hot.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Grant, I'm hard as a rock right now, man.
Grant, I am
Grant.
sopping wet.
Grant, you're currently making me bust in my pants right now.
Grant, I just shit my fucking pants. I'm so horny I can shit. I'm gonna tweet that.
Hello, 911.
Horny.
My podcast buddy made me bust in my pants.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, there's some advice for you. There's some decent advice, and
Thanks, dude.
just apologize. Those are. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it, man. And that's
That's it.
I think that's pretty much the damn podcast.
Isn't there? Didn't we have? We had another listener apology.
I mean, we do. Yeah, we do one an episode, Tommy. This is episode 90. So
It's episode 90.
Mhm.
Is it really?
yeah.
You guys have
Hey.
done this
Yeah.
90 times.
90th anniversary.
Holy shit.
And we figured, it's about time we have a woman on the podcast. So
Well, we've been getting a lot of mean messages.
Mm-hmm.
No women. No.
Women listen to the pod.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
at least one.
Yeah.
No, a few.
Yeah.
Just your
Definitely.
ex-girlfriends just angrily.
Definitely.
listening.
Actually, yeah, we did. My ex did write in that one
Oh, yeah,
apology.
yeah.
I broke
Did
up with
you?
her on her birthday. Yeah.
Oh, did she demand an apology?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well.
she did.
All of
Bitch.
we have like
Oh, Grant.
I'm sorry.
Grant.
Oh no.
Who do you think you are? Wesley Snipes in a movie?
That
all
is-
of our like 10 New York listeners, I think, are women. So
damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's
so
something.
maybe check your privilege.
Yeah,
before
maybe-
you make assumptions about us.
yeah,
Maybe it's time to look in the mirror
this is the
because you're a
sex
woman and you listen
podcast.
to this podcast today
Yeah.
while we were recording.
This is the Having Sex podcast.
Mhm.
Mhm,
Yeah.
absolutely.
This podcast is exclusively about having sex, going down, and
Doing sex.
doing sex.
All three.
Doing sex.
Hit for the damn cycle.
Mhm.
Well,
Let's do ASMR now.
Yeah.
what does
Ass.
ASMR stand for?
Ellie,
I just don't know what
let's
it
clear the
is.
way for that.
That's pretty good.
Sounds like
there's someone out there that
sounds
was
like
just
the creaky
yes.
doorman. That was a little. That's a beloved fan character. It's the creaky doorman.
Really,
Oh.
it's Grant's only character.
I love it.
Do you want to give Ellie?
No,
let's
no,
see.
no, no,
Creaky
no,
doorman?
no. We'll just tease
Give Ellie a
that.
taste. Okay. Who's that?
Creaky doorman.
Oh my
That's
god,
the
I
creaky
could fall
doorman.
asleep
Bye
to that.
bye.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the character just kind of pops in and pops out. There's not.
Mhm.
It's way better than my character, Smooth Doorman, which is just,
No.
hey, I just opened the door. All right, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Mhm. There you go.
Sometimes he just pops in and out and doesn't even say anything.
Yeah,
So
most
people
of the
actually
time.
don't know he exists as a character. But all right.
But now you know.
Feel good? Feel good? Ellie, do you feel good about the pod? Do you
I
feel
feel
good about
great.
what's gone down here today?
I feel great about it.
Mm.
Good, good.
Would you do the podcast again next week? Will you?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Would you
You
host the
take over the pod.
podcast?
Yeah, I'm in charge now.
And
Yeah.
Ellie, you have shows. This is going to come out on Thursday, correct?
Great.
Yeah. So you have
Yeah, I'm gonna be here at Sisyphus.
Sisyphus Brewing.
Only
Sisyphus.
brewery in Minneapolis that wants you to drink and drive
Oh, right.
and actively encourages it.
Oh no.
Yes.
Sisyphus Brewing on
That's what
Avenue?
they're paying us to say that.
You want to plug your
Sisyphus
shows here?
Brewery.
I'm just doing two. Yep.
Are you here for
Friday
the whole
and
weekend?
Saturday.
Nice.
Friday and Saturday.
You
I
got-
think 8:00. I don't know.
You got
can't go
Zachy
on.
Boy, Zach Kagan opening.
Yep, he's my host, and then Pearl Rose, whom I have
Aha.
never seen
She's
or
funny.
met.
Oh yeah,
That's
she's really
what I
funny.
heard.
Mhm.
The
Our
heck
Gonna be
sweet
great.
boy Zach.
in her.
Mhm.
Guys, okay, let me say this. Go see Ellie.
Yes.
Go see Ellie. Ellie, you are extremely funny. It will be a fantastic show.
Thank
And I mean
you.
that.
Ellie's one of the funniest people in the world.
She's the funniest. She's the funniest guy in the world.
Fuck off the stage. Ellie Hino
I was
just showed
asking
up.
Casey, like, who should I ask to open for me? And I
Mhm.
was like, what if you got just like Kevin Hart?
Yeah. hmm
And you treat him like shit. You just
Yeah.
pay him nothing.
Yeah.
I just like kind of ignore him in the green room.
He's getting paid
Yeah,
exposure. Well, you're
He's
trying-
like asking me like about what it's like to be a comic.
yeah, Kevin.
Ugh.
Like I have a
Yeah, kind of
family.
I gotta
ignore him
use
while
the
you're.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Yeah.
Ellie,
Take
your
a
friend.
shit.
No, then you ask the manager to just like keep him out of the green room.
Yeah.
Don't talk to him. Just be
Yeah.
like,
Oh my God, one time that happened to me
Really?
where like we were talking to the comic. It was at House of Comedy, and she came over and talked to us for like 5 minutes or less. And then the manager came over and was like, someone, you have a phone call in the blah. And they had clearly, the manager told me that that was how he would get her away from people she didn't want to talk to.
mhm.
He just came over and was like, you have a phone call. And she was like, oh, great. And just got
I like to picture. Did he do
And
it?
me and
Did he
Mike
look
Lester
you?
were just like, whatever.
Did he do it
man."
immediately after she left? Like he's just still standing there with you and like, anyways, that's how I get her out of the
Yeah,
situation. How
pretty
did that?
much. I
Cool.
feel
Also,
like
she has her phone on her.
that. And I was like, you did that in
Yeah.
front of me. Like,
You did that to me. And then
Just now.
You stared me in the eyes.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sisyphus
yeah,
Brewing.
Sisyphus.
The day this comes out on Thursday, it'll be this Friday and Saturday night.
So what? March
4th and 5th.
4th and 5th.
Mhm.
March the 4th being upon us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
March the 4th be
that's right.
upon
It's
us.
a very special weekend.
And
March
unto
4th be
you.
upon you.
And unto you as well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Unto all.
Unto yes.
May Mickey Mouse and
mhm.
God be with you.
Mhm. But
What are-
not Harry Potter.
How much are tickets? How much you charging for tickets? Oh,
$10, same as
10
everyone.
What a deal.
Fucking bucks.
What a deal.
Deal.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Oh, you thought it was 20? You could get 2 tickets for that, idiot. And
Buy
sell
a
it
bunch
out.
of tickets for your friends.
Uh-huh.
You know,
If
and
you
then
don't
just
buy
come and
tickets-
drink a lot of beer.
Hell
If you
yeah.
don't buy tickets to Ellie's show, I will come to your work with a gun
Mhm.
and I will wave it around.
Mhm.
And that's
I will
to
find a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I'll-
want to host a show.
yes.
I want to host a pro gun comedy show where the comedian's on stage has a gun, waving it around. The audience, they all have guns.
Yeah,
You know what? That would be really good because you know how like the best laughs come like out of like tense moments.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like when something really tense happens at a show
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
someone makes a joke, it's like
Mhm.
really big laugh.
Yeah. Everyone, exactly. Everyone has their guns on the table. You can shoot your gun at the ceiling. If you're a comedian on stage, you know, you're like, anyways, I'm at Walmart, you're just waving a gun around, and then you're shooting it sometimes.
And the headliner has a rocket launcher.
Yeah,
Big
it's just everyone's got guns, everyone's waving the guns around, and that's and you can't you can't get in if you don't have a gun.
A lot of comedians will sell like t-shirts after the show. I've been selling guns with my jokes written on them. They're spray painted on.
Serial number is filed off.
Yep. Here's your sign on a pistol. Yeah.
Yep.
$40.
So do that. Do that.
Mhm.
Come to the show. Yeah, follow the podcast, I guess. Listen to the podcast. Tell your friend about the damn podcast.
Mhm.
Ellie,
the podcast.
will you please tell your friends about the
I'll tell the
podcast?
gals.
Do you think they're gonna they would love this podcast?
Yeah.
Get Bert
Hell yeah.
get Bert an iPhone 13
Uh-huh.
and subscribe to the podcast on it on all platforms.
Let this be Bert's education.
Okay. I'm
Just
gonna take him
listen
out
to
of
Take him. Yep. Take him out of school.
Remove him from school and say this everything. If you listen to every episode, you can be the smartest man that's ever lived.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He's not homeschooled. He's podcast schooled.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, he does it out away from home.
Yep.
He's driving while he listens to the podcast.
He's drinking
When-
and
When are you
driving.
gonna start your kid driving?
Yeah, he drives.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Drives the
Start him
bus
young.
to school.
Do you
Start him young.
so Bert's 4 years old. Do you ever sometimes just go like,
He's
Not
6.
4
He's
years
6,
old.
but
Yeah,
that's
she's-
okay.
he's 6
In
years
all of
old.
my jokes, he's still 4 because I haven't written any jokes.
You ever sometimes you're just like, hey Bert, why don't you go in that fridge, grab yourself a beer? You ever
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
And then we talk about independence and how you can make
Yeah.
that
Get yourself a beer, my man.
Yeah. Bring me my gun.
Yeah.
Bring my gun. I got to talk to your dad
Mama's trying to twirl her gun around while she has a conversation with dad.
while she drinks. And yeah, I'm opening for Langston Kerman this weekend at at Laugh Camp.
yeah.
So maybe don't come see me. Come see Ellie, but
Yeah, go see Ellie.
Either
Yeah.
one.
yeah.
Go see
That's
Ellie.
a good one.
Don't shut up.
But he's more famous.
Yeah.
Not in our hearts.
But I'm more
Yeah.
But you're on
Yeah.
this
Mhm.
podcast right now.
Yeah.
So
So I'll be in La Crosse, Wisconsin on Friday, sucking off the man.
I'm doing that
Wait,
next
are you at
Friday.
Moxie's?
Yeah, the funny business gig.
Yes.
I think I've done
Have
it
you
before.
done it?
I think so.
It's very fun.
Yeah,
Um,
they're rowdy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I've done
It's
it.
like
before.
a big sports bar. Okay.
Nice.
You go.
I am
uh,
going.
Okay.
I will be there. I have to.
No. If you go.
I've agreed already. I've
Yeah.
signed the
But
itinerary.
if you decide to go,
Uh-huh.
there might be 2 guys there, and you will know them because they're like these stocky, shorter military men. They
Okay.
look like stocky military men. And if you see them, be like, hey, are you the military dudes who live here at the hotel? And if they're like, yeah, be like, Ellie says hi.
Okay.
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 Oh, I like
And,
that.
and she also
Because
says
they told us, they were like, we live here. And we were like, cool, in La Crosse. And they were like, no, at the hotel. And then I got drunk with them and it was so
I'm
That's
there.
awesome.
Awesome, because I'm there the next week.
So we
So
can
I'm gonna
just
do
keep-
the same thing, and they're gonna be like, "Did that same guy just come up and say the same cryptic
Well,
thing to me?"
No, you
Everyone
gotta
I
keep it
sent, I'm
going.
like,
So
tell 'em I said hi.
you say Ellie and Ryan.
Okay.
But when I
Mhm.
say, I'm going to say Ellie says hi. And she also says, people who are in the military are fucking losers.
Yeah.
They'd
she
be
said
like,
that.
yeah, we told you we can't wait to get out of here.
Oh yeah,
Dude, they might be in Ukraine right now.
Oh,
No, yeah.
Ryan.
made a
Oh
whole
my god.
podcast.
They, them, crane.
Let's go. Let's get
That's
out of this.
beautiful.
We're long. We went long on this one.
Shouts out to the president of the United States of my heart,
Ellie Hino.
Ukraine.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden. All right, well, this has been the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I've been Ryan Call, there's Grant Winkle, there's Tommy Bear, and we were delighted to have Ellie Hino. And she said that she loves the podcast.
Thanks for
Everything
doing the
we stand
podcast,
for.
Ellie.
Thanks
And
for having me.
We
We
will
love you, Ellie.
for Ellie.
Mhm.
I will kill myself for Ellie. I'll write in my note, I did this for Ellie Hino.
I did this because of Ellie.
Ellie told me to do this. All right, well, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Wait.